MC with Tech, back with another video. So today is another day, and I'm going to be doing a video about the Dexcom G7. I am getting rid of my Dexcom G6. I have taken off the last sensor, and I'm ready to install the new sensor. And yes, I am a diabetic, and so this is more of an informational video and about technology that's connected to your body, because this is tech and it has helped me tremendously with my health and keeping monitoring my diabetes and my blood sugar levels, my highs and my lows. And so I wanted to do this video to inform, to get it out there. And yes, it is tech, and so I will be setting up the Dexcom G7. I will not be setting up this device. I actually will be using my Galaxy phone to monitor my blood sugar levels and my spikes, plus my Galaxy watch. And so I just wanted to do this video, go through the procedure, a small part of it, because there's many steps to it. But I wanted to go through the procedure, show me setting up the device, inserting the new sensor onto my body. The FDA recommends, I'm gonna say this a few times in the video, that it be on the back of your arm. But like I said, a lot of videos I've watched, they said the same thing about the Dexcom G6. It was particularly for placed on your abdomen, around your stomach. But at the end of the day, I put it on my arm a few times and never had any false readings except for one. It malfunctioned once on me. But I decided I will do the same with this. Sometimes it will be on my arm and sometimes it will be on my stomach. So with that being said, here's the video. Hit like and subscribe. Help me get the channel growing. MC with Tech. Hit like and subscribe. So now I'm about to remove the Dexcom G6 and replace it with the Dexcom G7. So the FDA recommends that you put the Dexcom G7 on the back of your arm. I am going to start it there, but eventually I am going to put it on my abdomen, my stomach. I hear what they're saying, but I've tried the Dexcom G6 on both and had the same type of readings, really didn't have any malfunctions. So I'm going to do both. But for right now, I am going to start with the Dexcom G7 on the back of my arm. So right now I'm going to remove the Dexcom G6 and show you the video of where it's placed at and removing it. So this is where my Dexcom G6 is. And I'm going to be removing it for the last time and replacing it with the Dexcom G7. And this is the last transmitter that I'll have to be dealing with right here. This is the last transmitter for the Dexcom G6. It is a great device. It served me well, but now it's time to move on to something much better. Okay. So this is the unboxing of the Dexcom G7. And so we have the Dexcom G7 monitor. I will not be setting this up, but I will be putting it out the box just to show you how it looks outside of the box. And this is the Dexcom G7. As you can see, this is the applicator. So we're going to do the unboxing of the monitor first. So let me get my unboxing tool out. We're going to open this up. I'm going to show you how it looks. What comes in the box. And so, this is the instructions and the receiver. Start there. So this is how it looks, and this is way littler than the original from the G6. Let's see what else is in the box. All your instructions, power cord, and that's pretty much everything that comes in the box. So you're going to get your instructions and manual. This is your guide to how you will start, and this is your cable for hooking this up. So we're even going to open up and see what kind of connection this is. Is this a type C or is it a micro? So let's get it out of the app. Let's get it out of the package. And so this is a micro connection. So this is micro, USB-A to micro. And so they didn't upgrade on that, but it is what it is. And so this will be your monitor, how you want to check it. And this is more convenient because this is more where you can carry this around and put it in your pocket. The G6 was a lot bigger than this. This is a lot smaller. I like that. So let's go on. I'm gonna get this back in the package. And so what we're going to do, we're going to look at and set this up. What we're going to do is look and take a look at it. I'm going to erase the Dexcom G6 application off my phone, and then I'm going to connect the Dexcom G7, putting all this back in the box. As you can see, I do not need it because, like I said, I will not be using this. I will not need this. I will be using my phone to set this up. So we're going to put all this back in the box. I just wanted to show you how it looks, how small it is. And everything will be going back into the box, and I will be storing this away. And so with that being said, let me pull out my S23 Ultra, get that open. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Dexcom, and it's going to, what we're going to do is hold this down, and we're going to uninstall this. So we're going to uninstall, we're going to remove it. We're going to go to the actual Dexcom inside of the app. Make sure I remove it from here. So it says remove, uninstall. So we're going to uninstall it. And so we are uninstalling the Dexcom G6. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go. Let me lower this a little bit, get you a little bit closer. I'm going to go back, go to my home screen, go into my apps, and I'm going to go and I'm going to find the Play Store. And then I'm going to hit search. And this is an easy process. I've looked it up before. And so what we're going to do is hit search, click on it. As you can see, I've looked it up before, Dexcom G7. Okay, now that I have logged in everything, you're going to have some legal and privacy matters that you need to agree on to start the process. So we're going to agree, and we're going to agree, and then we're going to submit. So we're going to submit it, and the country of residence is United States. So we're going to click that. And then it says imported. It says setting imported from these G6 and G7 applicant settings have been imported from your Dexcom account. So everything has already been imported because I put the email and password in. I'm going to hit next. And so this is the overview and setting it up. So overview for 7 weeks. We're going to take a look into that. So what's going to be in the box? You got to make sure everything is in the box. I'm going to open the box. Make sure everything in there for the applicator. Let me get that open. And so this is everything that comes in the box. So you get your books, and you're going to have that QR code on the back. This is the applicator. This is a little button right here that you push, and it is much smaller. So it'll give you everything you need that's inside the box and tell you everything about it. Hit next. You also, with this one, you're also going to get a little patch to go around that receiver that's going to be on your arm. You're going to get that little patch that's going to help secure it to your arm. So that's a plus with the Dexcom G7 that you did not get with the Dexcom G6. And then here's the sensor ID. So the sensor ID was set on the applicator right here. This would be that, the sensor ID, this number right here. And then we're going to scan that and get everything set up. So I'm going to set it up and come back to this part right here. So let me get that on my arm and set up. So now I'm ready for setup when it comes to the Dexcom G7. So this sensor lasts 10 days, just like the Dexcom G6 did, but you get a 12-hour grace period that will alert you right before that sensor is going to expire. Or after it expires, you got that 12 hours that's going to last, and it gives you time to get where you're going, or in case you forget or your day gets busy, you will have an additional 12 hours that you can reinsert your new Dexcom G7 sensor onto your body. So that's how that's going to work with the 12-hour range of grace. So where I'm going to put my Dexcom G7 is going to be on the back of my left arm. That's where I'm going to start it off at. But like I said, throughout the course of me having the Dexcom G7, I'm going to place it on the right back of my arm, on my stomach, wherever I feel like it. Like I said, the Dexcom G6 worked in all three of those areas. I only had maybe one malfunction through that process, and it worked for me. And I'm going to recommend that the FDA, that's what they recommend you to do. And if something goes wrong, they won't be responsible for you didn't get the proper glucose reading. But I never really had a problem with the Dexcom G6 getting a glucose reading from any of those spots. So I think it works perfectly fine, because they only recommended it to be on your abdomen. Me, I put it on my arm and I never had that problem. So I'm going to start with my left arm and I'm going to go from there. So what we want to do is we want to get the alcohol pad, find the spot. Now, it says find the soft spot, but I might not look that physical and fit, but I got a little bit of muscle back there. And so that area is where I'm going to put it at. I'm going to let that dry for a little bit, and then you're going to twist this. You're going to twist this off. Twist that off. You can twist this back on, and you can twist that off. And then you're going to place this on the back of your arm, and you're going to press. And there it is. Now you want to hold that 10 seconds firmly. And then you're going to circle this to make sure that stays on there properly. And then you're going to grab this. And you're going to apply this on and around that. So, as you can see, I'm grabbing that. Trying not to touch the white part of it too badly. They say don't touch it at all, but man, that's a hard thing to do. So we're going to get this one. And I know why they say don't touch that white part if you don't have to, because it is very, 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 very sticky. And you don't want to contaminate that. So what we're going to do is, this is the hard feet. Get that around there. As you can see, that's kind of hard. You want to get that around there the best you can. And then you're going to tear that off. There you go. That's it. And it is attached. And that helps with keeping that on there and secure. So that's attached. Now I'm going to get back to the aspect of going through the application and setting this up completely. And so what you want to do is, when you're done with this, recap it. Recap it for it can be disposed of, and you can dispose of it properly. Just recap that. There it is. And it is recapped. So let's go back through the application, and I will show you how everything's set up, and it's on my phone. Okay, so now that I have that set up, you're going to go to the application. It's going to say use camera to scan the code. So we're going to do that. I'm going to tap that. I am not going to have that. I'm going to do that while using the app. I'm going to do that off camera. Okay, it's going to go through, and it says you can play the video. So you're going to be able to play a video, and it's going to go through every little step that it's going to have for you.
How sensor readings
and you can have
in your app.
As you can see,
your most recent sensor reading is here at the top of the screen. It updates every 5 minutes. That sensor reading is also here, the white dot on the far right side of your graph. The black dots to the left show the last 3 hours of sensor readings. The trend arrow at the top shows where and how quickly your glucose is heading. It's based on your last few sensor readings. Arrows point up when your glucose is rising. Arrows point down when it's falling. Pointing right, it's steady.
And so it went through the video. We hit next. It can do alerts and shows you everything. I don't know if I want to go through every video, but it does show you about your alerts. We'll go and we'll just put that on there and we'll show you how it goes through your alerts.
Let you know when your glucose goes too high.
So I can get the information out there for everybody properly.
The yellow line shows where your high alert is set. The red line shows your low alert. The graph and sensor reading background colors show where your glucose is. When your glucose goes high, they turn yellow. Low or heading toward 55 milligrams per deciliter fast, they turn red. Two more alerts are urgent low and urgent low soon. Urgent low lets you know when your glucose is at or below 55 milligrams per deciliter. Urgent low soon predicts when your glucose will be at or below 55 milligrams per deciliter within 20 minutes. After setup, you can customize alert settings in Profile under Alerts.
So it's going to give you those instructions when it comes to your alert, how to set up the settings, set that up in settings. I had that on my Dexcom G6. It didn't give you as much information when it did the Dexcom G6, but the Dexcom G7 is better, and I like it that. So has another video. Then we're going to go next. And so here it is, safety information. I clearly understand. And then it says set up your sensor. Bluetooth enabled, allow. So we're going to go next, and then we're going to hit next again, allow access. Then we're going to go to the Dexcom G7. We're going to click that. We're going to hit allow to allow it to access it. We're going to go back, hit next again. Allow app to always run. We're going to allow it to always run, so it's always running 24 hours a day as long as you are wearing this G7 sensor. And then it says turn on notifications, so the notifications are on. We're going to allow. We're going to hit next, and then the setup. So there it is, and it says start sensor. Choose the sensor site. We've done all that. We did the sensor site. Make sure we did all this. Next, we put the applicator on. We followed all these instructions so far already. I've done all these things. Inserted the sensor. I put on the overpatch. Pair sensor. And it's searching for the sensor right now. And this takes half an hour. With the Dexcom G6, it paired. With the Dexcom G6, it took 2 hours. So with this, it takes a half an hour. It says pairing complete, and we are done with the Dexcom G7. It says remaining minutes, 16 minutes to warm up. So with that being said, everything is set. I can view my profile. It says the G7 safety, Android safety, view now. It tells you everything about the sensor. Don't use these Android features. And then it say app pause, focus mode, battery saver. So do not use these features when you are on an Android setting up the Dexcom G7. Do not use those features. So we're going to exit back out of there. Hit OK. And so these are the application settings. You can set your alerts. You're going to have it right here where you can set your alerts. I'm going to do mine off camera, but I just want to show you. You're going to have your show quiet modes. You're going to have your glucose alerts. You're going to have your urgent lows. You're going to have your urgent lows soon, your low, your highs, your fast rising, your rising fast, and you can have that on or off. You're going to have the falling fast. You can have that on or off. And you're going to have your system alerts, signal loss, on or off. You're going to have a brief sensor issue. You can have that on or off. Technical alert sounds. You can have add sound alert profile, so you can do that too. So those are the things you will be able to do inside the application of the Dexcom G7. And let me tell you, I put this sensor on and I did not feel a thing. Sometimes when I would put my Dexcom G6 on and I would press the button, you can feel it connect. I felt it a little bit. Not all the time, but sometimes you will feel it. You'll feel a little discomfort sometimes on your abdomen or on your arm. With this, I have not felt any discomfort so far with being the first sensor. I'm happy with that. So with that being said, this is pretty much everything that goes on with the Dexcom G7. And this is MC with Tech. Hit like and subscribe. I got 14 minutes to set this up. And as I was doing this video and I put that sensor on, it started to count down already. Even though I did not pair it yet, it had already started to count down because I installed the sensor onto my body and it started that countdown, and everything right now is going and working pretty much as it should. MC with Tech, hit like and subscribe. Help me get the channel to grow. Hit like and subscribe. MC with Tech. This is for those diabetics out there. Do not be afraid to try a CGM. Get out of pricking your fingers. Get into more of a tech-savvy, convenient way of checking your blood sugars. MC with Tech. Hit like and subscribe.